Again, like everyone has said, I had a great group, and you've heard a lot of really phenomenal concepts. A lot of the concepts that we came up with were very similar. But let me talk about one real quick exercise that we did. Mike set up with the whole group that one of the things we want to do is say, if you could go 100 times faster, what are the kinds of things that you would like to do? And so my group came up with a lot of fun ones. Steal one from Chris's group that I heard, which was, I'd like to mow my lawn in about 1 minute, which I have to really touch a mower, so there you go. The Lawnmower Foundation or Association, they'll love that one too. But we came up with things like, I'd like to lose weight faster. I'd like to, what were some of the others? Help me out.
Travel.
Travel, I'd like to go somewhere really fast.
Right.
Absolutely, I'd like to exercise quicker. There's all kinds of things that we came up with. But the one I like the best is I'd like to age my scotch quicker. Now there's something that we do with ideas like that. We call them shrimp. And what we do is we take those ideas and we say, you know what, this is the roots of a really great idea. And so we take it and we work with that idea. And one of the things that came out of working with that concept was that how can you speed a community to greatness? Okay? That's pretty powerful stuff. So the 4 concepts that we came up with were really about using high-speed internet to speed the Kansas City community as a whole to greatness. And 4 concepts we came up with. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the concepts themselves because you're going to get to read about it. These are good, they're going to be developed. So I'm going to give you 4 big overarching themes that you can walk away with. The very first one, I'm not as good as these guys, I gotta do this, is that we're going to become America's creative crossroads. And what we talked about is that we have everything in this city already that a lot of other cities admire. We've got a phenomenal ad agency community. We've got a phenomenal architectural community. We've got a phenomenal engineering community. So what we want to do is take this new technology, and a lot of those particular industries require a ton of data crunching. And how do we make this the place to be anywhere in the world? If you want to start that kind of company, or if you want to continue to operate that kind of company, if I'm an architect and I'm graduating from college, how can I make Kansas City the place to be? And that's the roots of the idea, is how do we make this America's creative crossroads? The other idea is that we would create a Kansas City culture cache. And the cache, not as in C-A-S-H, but as in C-A-C-H-E. My group had to spell out for me, by the way. But the notion being that I could almost walk around Kansas City with a smart device, and I could stop in front of anything. I could stop in front of a statue. I could stop in front of a restaurant. I could stop in front of anything and get a virtual tour or virtual description for what that was all about. And not only that, but to take it to the next level, which the group did so well, I want to add personal comments to that particular item, if you will, so that my grandkids could go visit that statue and using their cultural cache, here's something that Grandpa said about that particular device or that particular item. So that what we create is this virtual Kansas City tour, if you will, with both, I forgot the word we used for it, but it was a virtual, I forget about it. But what's the canister that you put stuff into and you bury it? Time capsule. Thank you. Virtual time capsule. There you go. 2 more real quick. The health center of the universe, and that's already been covered in depth, so I won't even go into that. But the one thing I will say, Barb, is that the day you can let me do a virtual colonoscopy, but I have to go to the doctor, sign me up. Okay, the last one I'll go over and I'll give the mic back over to Mike, is a one-stop shop community calendar. And this is probably one of the most interesting ones that we came up with. And that is that we could go to one place and we could see every event going on in Kansas City. And not only just see the event, but it takes my personal calendar and it takes a look at what I've got going on and it shows me options for what I want to go do. It says, I've got a block of time open and I have these particular interests. I'd like to take the kids to that. I'd like to take my spouse to that. What's possible? And then take that to the next level and say, okay, I've got to have the kids at ballet practice till 6. That event starts at 7. The school is here. The event I'm going to is here. Yeah, I've got the travel time to make that happen. Hit a button, buy me the tickets. Right? So it was taking this whole concept and just taking it to the nth degree so that it is a one-stop shop, really simple, one-click idea, concept. But it forces the city to come together, both sides of the city, to make it happen. It's private, it's public, it's everything. And Google Fiber becomes kind of the mechanism, the conduit to make it happen.